Welcome to this 5 a.m. nor'easter update. Just updating you on some of the wind gusts. Starting to see some stronger wind gusts right now. 43 miles an hour at Farmingdale. JFK has got 33. Nothing really crazy still. It is getting a little bit worse. Like I said, we're seeing 37 mile an hour wind gusts. It looks like there was a peak wind gust of 46 at Islip. So let's take a look at West Hampton. West Hampton has a wind gust up to 40. They've had a peak wind gust up to 46. Nothing over 50 yet. Let's see, maybe Montauk has had a wind gust over 50. Nope, 43 over there. So still not seeing any 50 mile an hour wind gusts here. However, there was a very strong wind gust at Barnegat Light. So let's take a look at that wind gust. 70 mile an hour wind gust actually over there at Barnegat Light. So some very strong winds along the Jersey Shore. And also this buoy over here gusting to 60 miles an hour. So this is pretty impressive here. Let's see if we can get some of the wave data from some of these buoys. No, of course, no wave data. But let's go and look at the radar. So the rain, not quite as much as it was earlier. Definitely not as heavy. It's a little more in the showery type of deal. Let's look at the Weather Service website and see if we can get some reports from some of these buoys here on the waves. If I can find it. Give me a moment. Let's see summary here. Let's see if we have some with waves here. I mean, I don't know. All right, we got 15 foot at Block Island. Barnegat 16-foot waves being reported, so we're definitely still probably starting to see some of that coastal flooding. Let's see if we have any road closures due to any flooding going on. We'll go to maps and we'll take a look and see if there are any road closures here. I'll just put traffic. Should show me if there are any road closures at all. We have some road closures. Any flooding reports? I'm seeing here we do have flooding. Ocean Parkway is closed. It looks like the Wantagh Parkway might be closed too until 9:30. We don't know if that's due to construction or flooding. We also have the Robert Moses Bridge closed as well. So that might be due to high winds. See if we have any reports of flooding out here. None. North Shore might have some flooding too. Again, we're under that coastal flood warning here. Don't see anything listed up here for flooding. Jersey Shore probably also seeing some flooding as well. Let's see what's going on over here. We probably have flooding over here somewhere. Let's see it. Don't really see one closure over here, but that's a very small one. Just 37 west in that. Wait. Where's the snow? Okay. So let's go over to the power outages because they've definitely gotten a lot higher since we last came on here. 42,000, almost 43,000 customers without power. These smaller outages scattered around, mostly North Shore. North Shore seems the hardest hit. Looks like that's some in Center Island, Port Washington, Great Neck, some in the middle of the island, some scattered ones in the middle of the island as well. Smaller ones in Carl Place, and again we're seeing the trees. And of course, hardly any on the South Shore. Nothing, almost nothing on the South Shore as usual. There are a few smaller ones here as we head further east. The winds are worse out here, so we're starting to see some more outages out here as well. It's a pretty large one in Baiting Hollow. That one is 651 customers. Head further out east. Got some in Montauk as well. So the outage number is definitely getting worse now as we're starting to see more winds. JCP&L has 75,520 customers without power. It seems mostly in Monmouth County now. We're starting to see some outages. So let's look at one other thing here. We're going to look at here for a moment here. Let's look at transportation. See if we're having any issues with transportation on the MTA. We know the deal with NJ Transit already. No issues being reported. So I think that's about it on the storm update. We can look at some models and see if anything has really changed in these models. All right, so let's go look at wind gusts here on the models. You can see we're in the worst of it now. But it's going to be like this for a while. It looks like it starts backing off a little bit toward 8 a.m., at least on this model, a little bit. So it does start backing off, but even as we're into the afternoon, we still see some isolated, stronger wind gusts, though. It looks like it starts easing a little. Not yet. Still up there. It looks like it actually gets worse again on this model. This is the Ventus Sky model here. Looking at here. So these winds are going to be with us through the day tomorrow because the storm is stalled. That's why we're seeing the winds gust the way they are. And, of course, precipitation. Could be some still showers. Let's look at some of the models here and take a look here. This is, like I said, a 2-day event because the storm stalled out. This is the issue that we're going through. Storm stalled out. You can see it over there. Let's look at some of the more short-range models here. Let's look at the 060 run of the HRRR. So you see your stalled storm there, and it kind of just sits there. You see the showers continue throughout the day. Later today, it doesn't look like there's any let up at all. Maybe a little bit toward later in the evening. There will be more of a showery form. It won't be like a constant rain, but it's still going to be wet. That low is just sitting there, and it finally starts it doesn't really start moving away until Tuesday. So it just sits there. It stalls out. This is what's making this storm so bad, is that it's slow moving. And so it's a long duration event. And that's where we're going to see the wind linger around, and that's why we'll continue to see power outages probably throughout the day today. And more rainfall. So could see another, according to this model, perhaps as much as another 1 to 2 inches of rain throughout the day. So, yeah, it's going to be another day stuck indoors for a lot of people tomorrow. Don't go out if you don't have to, because it's going to be bad. It's not only just the wind. The rain is going to continue as well because, again, we have this stalled low-pressure system again. This is not normal. This is all part of climate change. We're not supposed to see these type of things happen. They're supposed to move. I mean, coastal state. This is all because, again, the jet stream is all messed up. So go over here. We look at the jet stream here. We'll go look at the European here model here. Just here. The jet stream. You can see. Let's go over here. You can see what's going on. Look at the jet stream just doing this. Going all the way. It's going all the way down to Florida and back. That is not a normal looking jet stream. So our low is kind of trapped in there. That's, again, you see more of these wavy jet streams because of what's going on with our climate. Again, there's that ridge trapping the storm right there. So the storm continues throughout the day today. More wind, more rain. There will be more of a showery nature. It looks like the rain may not let up as much as we thought. So, yep, prepared for another wet, windy day and more power outages. That's it for now.